looking back towards Lyme Regis, which is directly over there in the distance. Yesterday's walk. Today's walk through Sidmouth and ended up at Budleigh Salterton, which is right over there in the mist, directly in the middle of the picture. Fine day, sunny, warm with a cool breeze so far. This is Branscombe Mouth. Thatched houses from the tea shop, and then a steep hill to climb up there and down the other side. Looking back to where I started from today, the sun's just come back out after a couple of hours of miserable rain. That's Sidmouth in the white town that passed through early on, up the top of those big red clay cliffs, and then stopped at a lovely bar at a holiday site, which just round behind this bush, about a mile away. Then got to this observation post, which apparently you can stay in. Ghost path continues down there. I'm just going to have a peek into the window. Brandyhead observation post, which you can stay at. And there it is inside. And the bedroom, and it looks like there's the living room through there. Just down to the coast path from Budleigh Salterton. View into the distance of today's walk. Sunny and very breezy. Sandy Bay, military firing range. Beautiful long beach. The unstable red sand cliffs. And right behind is a massive caravan park. Lovely bar. Long beach on the approach to Exmouth, which is just out of view. You can see over there is the opposite side of the river, Star Cross or something like that. So we're heading over there somewhere. That's the water taxi that's just taken me across from Exmouth. Very nice man. And here we are on the other side at Dawlish Warren. Dawlish Warren Beach. Just looking back to to the beach that I was filming earlier, and there is Exmouth in the distance. You can see where I walk from over that point round to the, looking back along Dawlish seafront and a great long promenade that stretches right from that red rock in the distance, following the railway line, and then continues on down the side. far end of town now. And it's here. Somewhere over there. It's Torquay. Tonight's destination.
He was driving like that, the canopy blew off, and the wind took his hands. They cut them both off.
Ferry from Tynemouth.
Yeah. Yeah.
And when you start walking to Torquay,
A mate of mine went to a fete on the railway.
you've got to go up the nest there. We don't want you leaving it out and cutting across. Do it properly.
So you put the head in a box, took it along and knocked it on the windscreen.
We'll see how we go.
You're actually doing it the wrong way, aren't you? In the recommended routes, they're exactly the opposite way.
Yeah, I don't think there's any recommended way you can walk.
But the theory is when it's raining, you're not heading into it because
Yeah.
it's coming from the west.
Yeah. I chose to do it this way around. I walked a section of it before from view from the ferry boat in opposite side of the river, Tynemouth, coming across on the ferry. This is the approach to Torbay, which is just round this headland, and then looking back the way we came into the sun a bit. Up there is Thatcher's Rock, and then up on the hill is this monumental apartment block with fantastic views. Most of today's walk in one long vista, starting with Torbay in the distance and over to Paignton, and then finally right around there to the environs of Brixham and Berry Head right at the very end there. Harbour area. This is end of Paignton. It's not beach. That's where we come. Let's go from here. And see the windsurfers. And then right back in the distance you can see Thatcher's Rock. Where we came from. Paignton Harbour. This is Elberry Cove. Far away from Brixham. Between Paignton and Brixham. is Churston Cove. Secluded little bay. This is Brixham Harbour. Man Sands. Coast path comes down there. And like a freshwater lagoon. And a track leading back up to the road. This is Scabacoon Sands and Scabacoon Head up there. Back along the coast where we walked from, over there. Came down, came up there. And there's my campsite. With lovely running water and some irises. That guy there. Path goes up there. Tomorrow. That's where that wooden fencing is. Sunrise at Scabacoon Sands. It's about 5:30. We're inside a lookout, looking over to Dartmouth in the distance. It's on the opposite bank of the river. Just around this headland is King's Weir. This is presumably an old gun battery and all the associated shell storage. There's another one directly below with a tramway down to it, presumably where they carried the huge shells for the guns. This is I don't know what it's called, Upper Froward Point or something like that. Just guarding the mouth of the estuary. It's the ferry from King's Weir across to Dartmouth over there. Just waiting for the cars to go on and then we'll be across and start walking again to the left hand side. Adams Weir. And the headland that we came around earlier. We're now heading in this direction up out of Dartmouth. Here's Blackpool Sands, just beyond Stoke Fleming. Could be on a Greek island, except it's a bit misty and cool. This is Slapton Sands. And it's about 3 miles of coarse sand / shingle beach right up into the distance there. It's quite tough to walk on, so might not stay on it for long. Slapton Sands, looking back from Torcross. Start Point Lighthouse, and all the slopes covered in bluebells. Hard to make out, but covered with them. This is last night's camp spot, a place called Great Matiscombe Sand, not far from Start Point. Unfortunately, I've just dropped the tent. Forgot to film it. And that's the beach down there, that's all about. And there's a waterfall with plenty of water just there. And the way back it was up and along there, it came down from that valley and down there. And there's a handy bench. Huge mushrooms, big as a dinner plate. This is Ellendale Cove. 4 miles away from Salcombe. Just as we see these turquoise. This is Abraham's Hole, Garra Rock. Path going out there. There's a huge hotel right up on the headland up there. Looking out to sea. This is the Kingbridge Estuary and the approach to Salcombe. Not sure. to South Sands on the way out of Salcombe. South Beach. Next one along from North Beach. Sawmill Cove, just on the approach to where I'm going to campsite at Balbury. Just got a Carrageen campsite in Balbury Down. This Hope Cove on the way to the Bantam Ferry, which is opposite where you can see that white house right in the centre of the picture, and then on to cross the river. I forget the name. This is Hope Cove itself. The previous sandy bit was the harbour. It's Thurlaston Sands. Another stunning beach near Thurlaston Golf Club. It's Thurlaston. Main houses there. Another stunning little cove. Sandy beach. Just past the golf course, heading towards Bantam. You see a little hotel. This is Bantam Sands. Didn't get a beer in here, it was only about 8 o'clock in the morning. This is Bantam. I've got a couple of hours to wait for a ferry. So look at this lovely terrace of thatched cottages. Beautiful. Bantam's like a privately owned estate. Bantam ferry slipway, and this beautiful house. I don't know what its history is. The amazing finials at either end. This is River Avon. Ferry leaves from here and ends up at that little house, pink, with a little circular roof and the pink paint. across the Mouth estuary from that slipway and walk into the slipway that's just over there. To wade across some of the deep bits up to your knees, but not too bad. And I had my stick to stop me falling over. There's quite a strong current in the deep bit, but made it. Job done. Mothcombe Beach, just after crossing the Mouth. Tonight's wild camp somewhere near Nos, a place called Nos Mayo. It's on the coast. And there's the path from where I've come from. Walk from right over there. The white the white houses near the headland. That's where I started off this morning and came right around. That's the view down in front of me. Track going off towards Nos Mayo and ferry crossing before heading off to Plymouth. And then there's a freshwater spring coming straight out of the hillside. Just down here, the water. It actually comes from this side, but goes under the track in a pipe. It's just running in amongst that vegetation. From the tent. This is Yelm Pool on the approach to the Nos Mayo ferry that takes you across to Wembury and then on along the coast path to Plymouth. Now on the Wembury side, from the crossing point over there, you can see it. Loads of invasive species Pacific oysters, really sharp shells, all dotted along that shore on the opposite bank. This is Wembury Beach with a lovely natural crossing cafe and toilet block. Compared to Picnic Beach. And then we're off heading towards Plymouth in that direction. This is Crown Hill Bay. Hundreds of chalet type houses. Looking across beyond the ferry to today's destination, which is Portsmouth. This is Bovisand Bay. The approach to Plymouth. I'm just looking over the Sound, and that's Drake's Island, and then looking beyond till tomorrow's walk.